Hi, welcome back. It's Susan. I've made this lovely card. I'm going to show you how I've made it. So first of all, I've used the scallop stack squares and I've cut out the largest and then the next one down. So this is what I've used. Oh, it's beautiful. Just a lovely scalloped edge. I know you can't see all the detail with this pattern card, but the plain one just here will show you the pin detail with the scallop. So pretty. And it's versatile for men's cards and ladies' cards. You've got 6 dies in the set and it's £8. The largest one's about 5 3/4 squared. So you are getting a lot for your money. The next one I've used is the Slatted Ovals. So to make this design, I've used the outer, the stitched, and then the slat all together. And you can see that beautiful stitch detail around that slat. There's 12 dies in the set, and that set is only £7. Again, another versatile set. I've also cut the backing out, just of the outer, to mount my slat onto it. This should be in stock. And then moving on, I'm going to the mini Christmas tags. Again, I've cut out what I needed. So I've got the snowflake with that snowflake inner, and I've also cut out the stocking. With this mini tag die set, it's £7. You've got 33 dies in this set, 21 shapes. No, sorry, 12 shapes and 21 sentiments. So with those sentiments, there's Merry Christmas, son, daughter, mum, dad, brother, sister, ho, 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 twinkle, twinkle, little star, let it snow, Santa paws, jingle all the way, and Christmas. And of course, those beautiful stars. I've just shown you what I've put into my stocking. Should be in stock, all being well. You know how we do love these tags. And you know where they're from. You know what I'm going to say. It's Craftaddictionuk, of course. I've got an affiliate coupon code. It's susan5 for an extra 5% off your order. I do appreciate you using my affiliate code. It does help me with my channel such a lot. So let's get on and I'll show you what I've done. So I've used this paper pad, what I got from the range the other week, and I've been asked to show how I would use it. So I've chosen this cardstock. It's such a beautiful green with the gold foiling, and I'm going to use that today, as well as these gorgeous Cosy Christmas reindeers, the Digi stamps by Louise Dunn. You can also get these from Craft Addiction website. There's a Digi stamp button. So getting my swatch. These are also the colours that I bought from the range. And I'm using 4 of these colours. And these are watercolours. Always do a swatch. So the first one I'm using is Terra Stone, and that's what I'm going to use for the fur. So after I've dipped my brush in the water, rolling it on my sponge, picking a little colour up, and then going on to the cardstock, which is just my regular cardstock. It's not watercolour card, but it does take moisture very well. And as you can see, I've got 2 of the images, exactly the same size. And I'm going to colour them the same. Well, not really the same. I'm not really bothered about the face of this one because the second one is going to go on top. But I just want some colour down. With these Digi stamps, you get 2 sheets, and one sheet is already pre-coloured for you, different sized images, and the second sheet you'll get the reindeer, of course. It's still all the reindeer, and a full sheet of different sized reindeers. But you've also got the option that you can resize them as well yourself, and that's £3. And I do want to say Louise has hand drawn all what she's done. She's got a vast collection, but we've only got a couple of images on the website. But she's such a talented artist, so clever. So the second colour I've used is just called Terror, and I'm using that for my shaded areas. Going back again. Into the water, onto the sponge, and blending through. There's something about watercolouring, for me it is so relaxing. You don't have to rush, you can take your time. Again, just doing that shading. So I've got a seaweed green, and this is an AquaMarker, and it's from the range. I've found that the AquaMarkers and even the alcohol markers from the range have been such good value. But out of the two, I do prefer to watercolour than use alcohol markers. It's just my preference. And this seaweed green, it's such a beautiful autumnal colour. So going on to his scarf, and I've chosen orange. Thank you for my subscribers. Please keep subscribing. I know a lot of you are still watching me but not subscribing. Please subscribe. It's totally free. And if you ring the bell, there's a little bell icon. If you tap on that, you'll get notified whenever I put a new video on. It does really help my channel. And if you'd like to join my Facebook page, it's called Susan Creates, and there's no restrictions. It's a private group, so only members can see what you post, and it's such a nice, helpful community. If you've got a question or you just want to post what you've made, we're so supportive. And you don't have to use a certain brand, any brand or even unbranded, it doesn't matter. As long as you've made it, you can post it. So going on to my matte layers, I'm going to build it up. So I've cut a piece of scrap out of that cardstock, and I'm going to use it as a ribbon. So just going through that slat, and then I'm going to glue it onto that backing. Just around the outside. You don't need to glue any of those slat pieces, so it's easy to line up. Now I'm going to make sure that piece of card will just go around this side. So I'm going to give it a bend on both sides. Then take it off and put glue on the back. And pop those edges back on. Get the oval into place and give it a press. And I flip it over and put some tape on those ends just to keep them down. So then deciding, yep, I'm going to have it on some foam tape. So getting that down. Taking the backings off. And popping it onto my panel. My base card, which is 7 by 7. You know I like to do 7 by 7s. just popping glue down on the back of that. So I've got my snowflake and the stocking, and I've decided, because I've got this piece of scrap from that cardstock, I'm going to cut a piece off and try and get that gold just to show through those stars, just as a backing. So I'm going to line it up and just cut it from underneath. And glue it on. So I hope you can see that. Now I'm going to Fussy cut these reindeers. I'm going to cut them as near to the image as I can. Of course, you could leave a white border if you wanted to. And also, if you don't like fussy cutting, if you've got an electronical machine, a Cricut or a Silhouette or a Scan and Cut, you could let that do your cutting for you. I have got a Scan and Cut, but I don't like it. I just prefer to do it myself. I think it's more user error than the machine, to be fair. So if you keep a loose hand onto your cardstock and turn your card, it makes it so easy for your scissors, which I use always my curved scissors, to do my fussy cutting. It is easy. It's like everything, it's just practice. And he's done. And how cute is he? So what I'm going to do is just cut this one's head out. And because you've already seen me do the cutting, I've nearly finished this one. And that's his head, and he's going to go on top. But before I do anything else, I do want to put the main body down first. So I'm to get my glue. And pop him down. Then I get in a large block just to press it, because it has got those slats to go on to. Now just having a look with my stocking, and I'm going to cut that tag off. and I think it looks better without the tag. But also I'm going to put some colour down. I'm going to colour him and that snowflake to match the sweater, just to tie in with the design. So again, from the water, rolling the brush on the sponge and then into the colour. Giving it a wash. And while that's drying, I'm just going to put a wash of that colour around that tag. It's just a suggestion of that colour to tie it all together. And I'm going to go back to the stocking and just put some shaded areas to it. And they're done. And it looks so much better. So with that tag, with the pre-made Nouveau drops we made, I have got a Regal Green, I think it's called, in the Nouveau drops. So I'm going to pop that tag on. Pick off my drop. One bead of glue onto that tag. And that just coordinates beautifully. Then with the stocking, I'm going to give it a little shape. Get a foam pad and put it in the centre. Then with a bead of glue on the top and popping it in its position. And that's my card done. So I hope you've liked it. Oh, it's not done. I forgot. I've got to put his head on. And I've got a wobbler. And I've looked at that head and the wobbler will just fit on it. So taking the backing off, placing it on, taking the other backing off, then I'm going to line it up under his chin and lay it down. giving it a good press. Oh, and that looks absolutely super cute. And of course it will lay flat if you want it to go into an envelope. So that really is my card done. I hope you've liked it. I hope you'll give it a try. I'll leave everything in the description, so press the more button and I'll see you again very soon. Thank you so much for watching.